All right, here we are, Impact and Influence Radio right here on iHeart. Today's broadcast is brought to you by Blinds of Sacramento, Sacramento's complete solution window covering experts. Give them a call, 916-790-8689 or blindsofsacramento.com. Now, today, we're hanging out with Erron Neal,
yes, sir.
From J&M Enterprises. How you doing, my friend?
I'm doing well. How you doing, John?
I'm doing good. It's funny, it's like we don't know each other, yet we go way back.
Correct.
It's kind of cool that we're actually going to now sit here and learn more about each other.
Yes,
and all
sir.
that. Because we were doing the real estate thing with Frank, like, what was that, like 6, 7, 8 years ago?
2018, I want to say.
It's a long time
2018,
ago.
yeah. Renatus.
8 years ago, man. Eight freaking years.
That's a long time.
I know it is.
Yes, sir.
It's a lifetime for some people.
Yes, sir.
So we're going to be learning about what you guys are doing.
Correct.
and how businesses can utilize your services. So
yes, sir.
Let's get into it. What do you do, man?
Hey, yeah. So again, my name is Erron Neal. I'm the founder and CEO of J&M Enterprises. That stands for Johnson and Minnie. My great grandparents, right? So I'm doing the name of them. Those are the people that helped raise me along with my mother, but I just wanted to, keep their tradition, keep their name alive while they're, resting in heaven. So first and foremost, but so what we do, we help entrepreneurs and small business owners attain business capital without showing any type of financial documentation, right? So that looks like no W-2s, no tax returns, no bank savings, no payroll. It's all about leveraging your personal credit to attain that funding. But let's say I know a lot of people doesn't have any, I would say, personal credit to leverage, but if they've been making some business revenue through the business bank account for the last 3 to 4 months, we still can get them funded due to that.
Explain to me how that works. It's hard money, I'm assuming.
No, not even hard money. So it can come in all forms. It can come in hard money as well. It can come in business lines of credit. It can come in a business loan. It can come in MCAs, like merchant cash advances. So it's all kinds of different products. If a person doesn't have any credit, but they've been making $10,000, $20,000, $30,000 a month, right? And let's say they're around a 600 credit score, but you've been making solid revenue for the last 3-4 months. It depends on what product we go after, right? And our lenders will approve you for. So it doesn't just have to be hard money.
Very, very interesting. Now, what got you into this, man?
Great question. 2020, COVID, right? March. We was just stuck in the house. We couldn't go outside. We had nothing to do. And I just literally started deep diving into financial literacy, right? And I start pulling up my credit report and things of that nature. And I start fixing my own credit, writing the credit bureaus like very manually, literally like with a pen and the paper, right? And just going over inaccuracies and things of that nature that I was learning about that was on my credit report. And then I started doing it for like family and friends for free, right? And then just I started getting real like high limit personal before I even knew about what a funding company was. I was already doing it for myself blindly, right? I was getting high limit personal credit cards like from Amex, Chase, Bank of America, Navy Federal, things of that nature. But I didn't know what I was doing at that time, 6 years ago now. Then I started doing it for family and friends as well. So then maybe around like 2022, I incorporated and I've been running ever since.
Let me pull that mic just a hair away from your face there because we're getting a lot of pops. Okay. So when you're sitting down with a business owner, what are some of the challenges that they're facing? And then, I mean, are the odds good that they're going to get some sort of funding? And then how do they pay the funding back? Like kind of how's everything structured?
Yeah, cool. Great question. So every business owner and every business owner credit profile and revenue is different, right? I have business owners and clients come to me with their credit report, built out and nice and solid, right? Not the best of the best, but I have clients as that as well. But some might just come to me with a 680 or 700, and they don't quite meet all the data points because lenders are looking for data points. It's not really about your credit score, right? Correct. Everybody thinks it's about your score. Yeah, it's really about your
quality
profile.
Of the credit.
Yeah. So I compare it to when we was in high school or junior high school to your, what's reflecting on your credit report is basically like if you have 100% payment history, that may be an A in math. If you have 10 plus positive accounts, that's credit cards, and that is installment loans like mortgages, auto loans, things of that nature. That might be A in history, things of that nature. But if you have late payments, derogatories, collections, evictions, that's like all F's. You know what I mean? So it's really about reflecting on that person's personal credit profile. It's all about personal guaranteeing this funding.
Very interesting. And what type of clients are you guys looking for?
It's not really like we have a certain type of client that's ready to, understand how funding really works, right? So we don't want to say we work with everybody, but we don't turn, if you're a business owner, of course we want to work with you, but you have to be in position to actually leverage yourself. Now, again, so like I said in the previous intro of the pod, if you're not making any type of revenue, if you don't have any type of credit to leverage, but you've been established for over at least 6 months, right? Over 6 months with your EIN number, and you've been making 10K plus, for the last 3 to 4 months, we can go ahead and get you funded due to that as well. Now, it won't be the maximum funding because our lenders have your bank statements, right?
Yeah.
But if you don't have any business revenue to show, and your credit profile is built out, you have about 2 personal credit cards at $10,000, your utilization is under 20%, really ideally 10%, because that's a sweet spot, right? Lenders like to see high limits but low utilization. So they like to lend money to people that doesn't need it rather than people that do need it, right? So if you're in the position that you don't need the money, they're going to throw it to you, right? Because your credit profile is built out, right? So that's the ideal client that we're looking for.
Very, very interesting. Types of businesses.
Yeah. Real estate owners, juice bar owners. I just funded a client for $85,000 that I met at a Black Chamber of Commerce event here in Sacramento, and he has a food truck. So he was in position to get $85,000. So we got him $85,000. It can be, it really doesn't matter it really doesn't matter the industry, but I'm gonna tell you this. You don't want to put the industry, if you're in a high-risk industry such as transportation, such as trucking, such as credit repair, things of that nature, you don't want to put a high-risk industry name in your business name. Yeah, you can be in those industries, but you don't. When we go for funding, it's kind of like a red flag to these banks, to these lenders, to these underwriters, because it's like a lot of things happen in these industries. Transportation, for one, it's a lot of accidents on the freeway. Freight get lost, trucks go into default, things of that nature. So it's a real high risk. If you're in a high risk industry, again, I'm not saying you can't go in that industry, but you don't want to have if you're a trucking company, you don't want to have ABC Trucking LLC. You want to have something like ABC Enterprises, ABC Solutions, ABC ROI, something general.
Very interesting. I never thought about that.
Yes, sir.
Where did you figure this out?
Mentorship.
Just people telling you.
Paid. So, I'm big on paying for mentorships. I'm big on paying for information that I don't have, right? So if I can pay a person that's further than me, and I can get to where they at with just a payment of some type of revenue, I will do that, because I want to get to where I want to get to in the speed of light, instead of me just bumping my head, and YouTube University myself to death. Yes, sir.
Makes sense. All right, so you're doing webinars. Talk to me about your webinars.
Man, my webinars, I'm actually doing a webinar today, 5 p.m. California time, Pacific Standard Time. My webinars, I'm just going over everything, how to structure your credit report, how to fund yourself with a 500 credit score, even if you don't have built out credit profile, things of that nature. I'm just going over everything that lenders want who they want to lend to, and things of that nature, right? And also how to clean your credit report as well. So you don't, in this generation, in 2026, you do not need to hire a credit repair specialist. You can literally do it yourself for free utilizing ChatGPT. ChatGPT is free.
Oh, yes.
Yes, sir.
You can use ChatGPT. We actually did our trademarks through that.
Exactly. And if you don't want to utilize ChatGPT, you can utilize other software systems like Dispute Fox, and literally download your credit report from My Free Score Now, upload your credit report from My Free Score Now into the Dispute Fox, and you can literally start disputing your inaccuracies and things of that nature on your credit report with a click of a button. And now I believe like Dispute Fox is like $139, $129 a month, something like that. And it also comes with consumer law. It also comes with Metro 2 compliance as well.
Very interesting. And so you're also doing coaching.
Yes.
Talk to me about your coaching.
Yeah, so I literally I created courses, right? I created curriculum for people can go fish for themselves. So instead of me, doing it for you, where I charge a 10% on the back end, because my company, we do everything for free up front. Everything. We talk to all our lenders. We do all the paperwork. We do all the heavy lifting, right? So all we do is submit all your information to our lenders and talk with the relationships that we have at these institutions, right? That's what people really pay funding companies for. They pay for the relationships that particular business owner don't have, right? And like I said, we do all the heavy lifting. And after we get you funded, rather it's business loans, business lines of credit, any type of funding you receive, that's how you will pay that 10% success fee on the back end. So if you receive $50,000 from my company, you pay out $5,000 on the back end. But to go back to the coaching and to the courses that I have, you know, I have a set fee, right? I have a set fee for the product. I'd rather teach a person how to fish for their self. So instead of you just continue to keep coming back to me, paying the 10% each time I get you funded, you can learn a lifetime of doing it by yourself by paying one time up front, right? And now you have this information. Now you have this, I would say, this game that you have, and now you can run with it for a lifetime.
Very interesting.
Instead of me just throwing you a bone, I throw you a whole fish.
Now, is this part of the courses as well?
Correct.
Okay.
Yes, sir. The curriculum. Yes, sir.
Okay.
Deep diving into it.
Okay. And then where can people find all of this?
Yeah. So you just want to just pull up to my webinar, man. Just come to my webinars again every Thursday, 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Before I just sell you a product, I want to walk you through it of what you're going to be getting, right? So it's a live webinar every Thursday, and I'm going to tell you breaking down from X, Y, and Z on how lenders want to look at you, how you can position yourself for the max funding thing, rather you're at the 500, because everybody thinks, I will say they just know about the Amex, the Navy Federals, the Bank of Americas. It's private investors that will still fund you based off your business plan and things of that nature. And those are CDFI lenders. CDFI lender stands for Community Development Financial Institutions. So you can be at a 550, a 600, and still qualify for $50,000 on this funding, right? So I go over that as well, So I just don't talk about traditional lenders. I talk about alternative lending as well. And
where do people find these courses? Is this all on your website, or
yes.
Are they in other locations as well?
Yes, on my website, correct.
Okay, so businessfundingmastery.net.
Yes.
Businessfundingmastery.net.
Yes.
Anything else you want to add, brother?
Anything else I want to add?
You went through it quick.
I try to impact, I try to really lead with information. I try to lead with influence and just really speak with intention, things of that nature. So, no, not really. I think we kind of, maybe covered it all. I know this is kind of quick, but, I would just say, man, I know it's a lot of information out here in the world about business funding. A lot of it is good. Some of it is bad, but you just have to really, I will say, even if you don't do business with me, go out there and see who you can really learn from and copy their footsteps, because there's nothing wrong with being a copycat as long as you copying the right cat.
Yeah.
That's all that matters. Why continue to recreate the wheel when it's already a proven method that you can just literally follow,
Exactly. Yeah. No, that's very smart. 916-607-9586. 916-607-9586. J&M Enterprises, businessfundingmastery.net, and Mr. Erron Neal. Dude, thanks. Absolutely.
Yes,
Thank you so much.
Thank you, John.
And we're going to take this. We're going to push this on all of our platforms for you, get you some eyeballs on it, and
Thank you.
See if we can get you some deals.
Thank you.
Boom. Thank you guys so much for listening, and we will see you next time. Bye-bye.